Well, I'm very reasonable. That's Fred. That's all the LDBC.
Summertime. Let 'em breathe. Too much heat. Summertime. Let 'em breathe. Let 'em breathe. Too much.
You can't hide, we gon' find you.
DSG.
And make your soul.
Don't stop grinding, baby.
There's no Philly hero back in the track. I threw a show on a tweet. You can't.
You can do it, Garcia! You can do it! You can do it! You can do it, Garcia! Yeah! Do it, Garcia! Knock out in his big face!
Danny Garcia, Team Garcia, has chimed in on Errol Spence versus Showtime Shawn Porter. And I like what I'm hearing from this camp. Let's rewind a little because I see where everybody's coming from, and I'm not getting mad at nobody's comments. I like it. It's good for the sport. It's good for the welterweight division. Next is action. So the key players that's in the game right now: Terrence Crawford, Manny Pacquiao, Errol Spence Jr., Showtime Shawn Porter, Danny Garcia still trying to be in that 5th spot with Keith Thurman. So they're fighting for 5th and 6th. With that being said, Andrew Garcia, something else that he said in the interview, I touched this on the live stream last night. Andrew Garcia believes Errol Spence Jr. played the safe route when he fought Mikey Garcia, just pity-patting him and just getting the victory. You know, not really sitting down on the shots and willing to take a shot from Mikey Garcia to win the victory. That's how I came up with Andrew Garcia saying that Danny Garcia has been tested. He's been hit. He's got a chin. We don't know if Errol Spence Jr. got a chin because he hasn't been hit clean. He hasn't been hit flush. You know, when my brother the Cali Enigma said that's a test of Errol Spence Jr.'s defense more than what Andrew Garcia is saying. You know what I'm saying? Can he take a punch? It's about not taking the punches if you can evade the punches from the punches. Now, coming from his side of things, I understand where Andrew Garcia is coming from. Danny Garcia has been in the ring with a lot of guys who can punch, and Danny Garcia stood up to all of them, hasn't been dropped or really rocked for the most part or hurt for the most part for a long duration of the fight. Now, Danny Garcia is human. He has been hurt in the ring, but I'm talking about over a time where you was like, yo, he about to go. No, you know what I'm saying? You haven't seen that. Really, you haven't seen that with Errol Spence Jr. either. But Danny Garcia was asked the question, how does he feel about Shawn Porter versus Errol Spence? And his reaction was, it's going to be an ugly fight. They don't have the styles that make it a classic fight. It's going to be a rough and rugged fight. And I found that interesting. He's saying that this won't be a classic fight. I mean, if they both coming forward, that sounds like a classic fight to me, right? You know what I'm saying? If they both rugged and they both going bang, that sounds like a classic fight to me. I mean, classic fights when people used to go to war, you know what I'm saying? Back and forth, ebbs and flows, you know what I'm saying? Ring generalship and battle of attrition. This is a battle of attrition, guys. Porter versus Spence. We know this is a battle of attrition, and Danny Garcia says they styles don't have what it takes to be a classic. I disagree, but I'm not mad. I feel you where you're coming from. It is what it is. Just know, in the next 6 months, or the next 5 months, I want to see who you face, who you take on in the likes of the welterweight division. Are you back in that same spot where you push for a Thurman rematch, a Porter rematch? Will you? Will Keith Thurman come back and want to fight you? You say you in the best shape. Your father says you're in the best shape you didn't cut no corners this training camp. So we're going to see. We're going to see 100% if you're really ready for whatever has come. So Danny Garcia, get back in the mix. I want to see you back in the mix. Errol Spence versus Showtime Shawn Porter comes September 28th. I'm just going to leave y'all here with a couple sound bites. And just leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember, Smoke City Mobcast is tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully I make it. I've been training my ass off, working my ass off, so been doing a lot of work and then you know, everything else that follows. But salute to the family, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. Once again, everything is still a sport. So is my sportsmanship award, and just like that, Famous is gone.
But he's no games, all business, aggressive. I mean, man, I'm trying to find a loophole in this game, and I just don't see it right now.
He'd sparred with Canelo. He'd sparred with Miguel Cotto. Not lightning fast fighters, bigger fighters, hard hitters, but not guys who are going to throw combinations with this kind of speed. I think he's having trouble adjusting to the speed of Errol Spence at welterweight.
Man, and he's not moving, he's not dancing. He's in there trying to land, punishing shots, and he looks
Fought a lot of punches in my career. So if you look at my resume, like you just said, you go look at my resume, you'll be like, wow, this guy fought really tough opponents, former world punchers, winning record guys, and I beat him. My only loss in my career came to Errol Spence, which is now the IBF world champion, and in my books, going to be pound for pound the best fighter in the world. The guy that everyone is avoiding, I fought him, I faced him, I stood my own. I don't make excuses. I don't like that. I lost to the better fighter, I lost to a strong fighter, but I have my reasons. Like, I lost that fight mentally. Building up to that fight, I was never in that fight mentally, because a lot of people don't know this. But I was in training camp with my trainer at that time, which was Freddie Roach. I was in training camp with him for 10 weeks. And on fight night, he doesn't show up in Canada. So my trainer didn't show up, and people don't know that side. And put yourself in my shoes. Mentally, for a fighter, his trainer doesn't show up. Man, that was the nail in the coffin for me. I lost it. Mentally, I lost that fight. I walked to that ring knowing I'm going to lose. Only once I stepped in the ring, I realized, oh, I am in the ring about to fight against Errol Spence, and I had to put all it together right there. Mentally, I lost that fight. I just wanted to prove one thing, that is that I'm not going to get knocked out. I wanted to show to the people that, hey, this kid, he's game. And I think I did. And to this day, Errol Spence acknowledges and gives me praise for, he says, I'm a tough guy. He said, you're the guy that gave me the toughest fight. So being in there with Errol Spence has been a hell of an experience, because, wow, world-class guy, strong guy. But I proved something to myself in that fight, and that is that I can take a punch. Whether it is one of the most feared welterweights in the world, and I took his shots clean. So that gave me motivation.
And look at your eyes, rather be blind. And look at you twice, look at your height. Easy to scoop, your first name is Ice. Timing is now, time in the night. Hand on my chest, giving me life. Gripping the hair, tight as a vice. Letting you down, lay down the pipe. Stop on the ground, then to reach heights.